Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and the most interesting thing I have to show to you tonight is this. It's a hammer. That's right. It's hammer time. Just don't make me hammer this point home. It's a cobbler hammer that was apparently used by my great-grandfather. So, there. It exists. And initially I was like, who cares? And then I realized, I don't think I have anything that was used. Like an actual tool. Something, not just an object, right? Objects, they come and go. But like actually used. Used for something. That to me is interesting. So, hang on, there's an engraved. What does it say? It says... Wait, what does it say? It says... Drop... Forged? Sears and Roebuck? It's worthless. Like, it's worth nothing. But the fact that it was a tool that was used to bam, 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 bam. Cobbler hammer. Cobbler, to make shoes. To fashion shoes. So, I can now say I have an ancestor's cobbler hammer. Maybe this is worth something. I don't know. It's generally worthless. But still, a tool. A tool that was actually used. I mean, I don't think that generations from now, the tools that I used are going to be anywhere near relevant. Hell, tools I used 5 years ago are nowhere near relevant. But the thing is, the ghosts that are being printed, yeah, they'll live. They will live on. Very happy to have these little ghosts. I've done a baby, a larger one, an adult, and then I'm going to do an even larger adult. That's what I'm printing right now. By the way, Loyal Moses, I'm saying it again. You got to check out his stream tonight. You got to check it out right now because he's giving away a Prusa Mini. So if you're interested in getting a Prusa Mini Plus, you want to check out Loyal Moses' stream. I'm doing the horrible thing. Shout out to Loyal Moses. I was teasing it on my stream too. But the good news is, even if you don't get that stream, and I entered, like I haven't entered any of his like filament giveaways.
Super friendly, super nice guy.
But I'm like,
matter of fact, Sent to Build is how I found Movie Nights.
I'm listening in
To the incredible
because I want to win. I want to win the Prusa Mini Plus.
And you can follow that guy. He's super entertaining.
I'm now tuned into Loyal, as I'm sure many of y'all are.
Say that right?
Yes, it's Lego. Correct, Loyal.
So anyway, you should go up there and you should follow that guy.
Anyway, he's giving away a Prusa Mini Plus. And,
And they should go super entertaining.
we're going to be giving away a Prusa Mini Plus in this channel, too, at some point in the future. I don't know when, precisely, but over the next few weeks, we're going to be giving away a Prusa Mini Plus. We're going to be teasing it, because the idea is,
There we go. So as we're coming in,
I would plug it,
people jumping in.
like, on YouTube. I would plug it on, obviously on Twitch,
So,
across social, send it out in the newsletter, saying, hey, you can get a Prusa Mini Plus, which is the thing that I've been using for quite some time,
actually, there is some.
and hopefully bring more people into the world of 3D printing. That's kind of the goal. That's what I mean, when Loyal started giving things away, that my first instinct was not just to give away filament. Filament's fun. If I had more of a foundation of like 3D printing people in the community, that would make a lot of sense. But giving away like a 3D printer, like a Prusa Mini Plus, at that, like, is just unreal. Like, it is absolutely fantastic. So head over there, do a bang enter. Oh, hang on. Did I just get a slap? Did I get a Loyal Moses slap? I did. Thank you very much there, Liz, for the Loyal Moses slap. You're winning, Liz? Oh, you wish. Uh-oh, the juice. The juice is here. The juice is loose. Yeah, so if you saw me teasing it on Twitter, there's a reason. Dark Toy Lord said, you and Loyal Moses need to stop streaming at the same time. I got you both going at the same time, and you guys keep talking over each other. I'm sorry. I mean, I've made mention of this. It is a challenge when communities cross over. Totally understand. I'm giving you complete permission to listen to Loyal. He's doing far more important things than me. Me? Dark Toy Lord? Here, maybe I can win you over. I got an IG-11 that I'm going to be opening. I think we got a screen cap of this the other day, though, so... I'm going to open an IG-11. Hang on, I'm tuning into Loyal stream to see if I win. Let me put it this way, because if I get a second Mini Plus, I'm sending it directly to my brother. Believe it or not, I would send him a newer one, because I've got this one, it's set. I don't have to worry about it. Look at this. Oh, wow. Interesting. So IG-11's hands, Dark Toiler, I don't know if you've noticed this, but its hands are different, right? It's got like different prongs there on his hands. That's pretty unique. I didn't even notice that. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, the small things you notice with action figures. I had a chance to watch Toy Galaxy tonight. Always fun to catch Dan and Greg, although their microphone, one of their microphones was picking up the other one. It was off. Looks like we have an articulation at the elbow, although it's a bit of a challenge. There we go. Let's see if I can figure out how to get the weapon in the... I'm not a gun expert. The holster? There we go. There we go. So we got the weapon in with IG-11. Loyal has closed it. Don't I have two brothers? Derpington? Yes, I do. But one of them, when I said, oh, you should get into 3D printing, and he's the one who does woodworking too, said, nah. I'm like, are you serious? But Adam, the brother who visited the other week, if y'all caught that live stream, he I know would get into it, because he is a 3D designer type of person. So I know. Hey Joshua XP. Hey Joshua, how you doing? XP. You're never gonna upgrade your name, are you? That's okay. Not complaining. You know, and as far as all the IG droids that have been made available, this one, like, it articulates twice over in the head, like the base at the neck and then the top of the head, and then it's also got swivel joints. Neat. Boy, this is great. Super articulated, like the best articulated high IG-11 or IG droid. Look at that. The elbows even flay out. Look at that. I haven't seen any droid articulate like this droid. This is fantastic. Yeah, Fix'em Dude, this is tremendous detail. Wow. Like ball joints, swivel joints. Dang near every joint you'd imagine articulates, and I have not seen that in IG droids. Specifically, look at that. I mean, it's just incredible. Out at the shoulders, I've not seen that, a ball joint in the shoulders in an IG-11, which allows you for articulation like that, right? Absolutely fantastic. Hey, Uber Superfly. I'm listening to Loyal Moses in the background. Sorry if y'all are getting an echo because you're listening in, as well. Oh, this is funny. Even the feet themselves splay out. Dude, this is fantastic. The IG-11, I got to tell you, out of all the IGs I've ever opened, I've ever used, easily the best. Easily. I would grab another one. Hang on. The head articulates 3 ways. You've got the eyes, the top of the head, and then the base at the neck. Wow! Like, this may very well be the most articulated figure ever. This IG-11 is fantastic. I need another one. Oh, wow. Dude, the IG-11 is fantastic. Everyone's like, talk about Android. I'm talking about Android. Man, why don't you ever talk about tech? Fine, I'll talk about tech. I swear I'm going to drop that gag, like, within the next day. I'll just not talk about the tech figure anymore. I want a smaller tech. I mean, there's the, not Galaxy of Heroes, the mission fleet tech. But like I want a 3 3/4 inch. They have to release a tech in each scale. They have to. How much is the figure? Probably $13. Not that bad. Let me see if I can find an Amazon link for you, buddy. IG11, the vintage collect. Really? Yeah, $13.99. It's currently a pre-order, saying that it's going to be released February 2022. Okay. Loyal's doing his drawing, everyone. Here we go. Here we go. 70 people are in the drawing. 70 people. Good luck, everyone. He's gonna pick me. He's totally gonna pick me. No? He's not gonna pick me. Pick me. Everyone's gonna scream biased. Hang on. Here we go. Come on, Loyal. Do it. He's printing another pumpkin, although, whoa, those layer lines are really off. Here we go. Here we go. Who got it? Brian Weber. Brian Weber got it. Is Brian there? Brian is there. Wow. Amazing. So the good news is, like I said, even if you didn't, I mean, even if you're Brian, I doubt Brian is here. I doubt Brian even knows I exist. We are going to be giving away a Prusa Mini Plus in this stream at some point in the future. You know what? I gotta tell you, as much as I really don't like giveaways, I probably have to figure out how to work in some kind of giveaway scheme because that's exactly what it is. Because the people who join are only there for the giveaway, and then they leave. And I would so much rather, elevate the people who, really want to support the community. Maybe the giveaways, if I were to introduce them, would just be locked down to the subs, because that's possible to do. If you want to participate in the giveaway, be a sub, that would make a lot of sense to me. And a lot of people, I don't just want to do it for someone who just joined specifically for the giveaway. I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. Because inevitably, you're rewarding the wrong people. You're not rewarding your community. You're rewarding a bigger audience that may not care. They may not come back. I don't know this Brian from Adam. I would have felt better if it would have been someone like
Rednecky MC just gifted 1 subs.
TX Redneck, thank you so much for gifting a sub to last night's raid. Panfred Nudo. He was having so much fun building last night. His sets. Set. Don't announce them ahead of time. That's what I do on Twitter. I give gift to people who are already following randomly. Well, but here's the thing. I think there are giveaways to announce on the fly, like a code to a PC game, right? But then the reason creators do giveaways, streamers, YouTubers, whatever, is specifically for the reason, Loyal's driving attention. Giveaways are the best way to drive attention. Seriously, I'm not joking. But the problem with giveaways is inevitably they attract the wrong people. So I have shied away from giveaways for the most part because of that. I don't just want new followers, right? Oh, my God. Anonymous. You're shooting a hole in my wine box here. I better drink it fast. Otherwise, it's going to... Luckily, you shot it at the top. Like, the liquid is already, down towards this level, Anonymous. Thank you for shooting the black wine. Great. You shot the wine box again. Now I've got 2 holes in the wine box. That's great. But no holes in the IG-11. I just cannot rave enough about this figure. Little loose with the swivel joints there at the hip. Do they splay out? No, they don't splay out. But seriously, this is an amazing figure. Thank you, Liz, for slapping the Darth Vader figure. I need that. That's what I need to do. I need to do the vintage Star Wars figure stickers. That's what I need to do. Because I'm the only one who'd be interested in them. Everybody else, I don't know. I don't know. I never really know what to talk about, because inevitably the thing that I'm interested in, nobody else seems to be interested in. Joshua XP, thank you for the Chris is cool sticker that you recommended last night. And immediately, you see, that's the cool thing, is you can do it, and then a few minutes later, then it's implemented. It's fantastic. Looks better than the Black Series version. Dark Toy Lord, I don't disagree. This is my scale. So, I mean, I'm a little biased there. Oh, it does swivel at the hip. Boy, this thing is way super articulated. Thank you, Joshua, for slapping the Loyal Moses sticker. This is fantastic. Oh, I'm serious. Dude, if you do not have this figure, you're going to freak when you get it. Here, this is my problem. I'm not focusing or concentrating on a hammer, a figure, something that I'm 3D printing, or this. It's all the things. Oh wow, didn't know that the OG Locker Gnome decal was still a thing. It isn't. It is not still a thing. I need to do the Locker Gnome logo in the stream though too. Hey. Too late. Brian, some random person won. Yeah, I was encouraging my viewers to watch Loyal. What do you mean? Oh, good. This is like my stream. What do you mean? Oh, good.
Good. Go over there.
Go. I did tell people go over there. I did. Well, because that's a big deal. I mean, filament. Yeah, you could always use some more, but it's got me thinking. Like, I mean, how Vixen Dude has a good approach to it, but I think just working in some kind of regular giveaway stuff. And the problem is the only giveaways that get attention, because that's how creators grow, is they give, like, a giveaway an iPhone, or they give away an iPad, or the Prusa Mini. That's how they grow.
Right.
You know, I wonder if I can, I mean, it's good, I want to do something with Loyal, because I want to help him. And I think it's great to go through him, because he's unbiased. But I wonder if Prusa directly would do something.
Especially if they want their stuff out.
That's, well, I mean, they do, but they don't need, it's not a big deal. I just try, my audience is mostly not into 3D printing. So that's the value, is you expose 3D printing to more and more people. To kind of just get started. Well, that's the thing. So, right, well, just to stay, right? I wonder, though, how, I just don't want to water down the community. I hate attracting people that are just there for free stuff.
Bright side, there could be new ones that come and stay.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The Gaming Skull says, do you make any Christmas Star Wars Christmas ornaments? Probably will be. There are different snowflake ornaments that I'll probably be printing specifically in this filament color, which I thought would work really well for the Ghost. Not the Ghost, the vehicle from Star Wars Rebels, of course. But yeah, I do plan on it. Absolutely plan on it. I got a noodle on it. Yeah, you should be able to. I wouldn't worry. It's Twitch. No one. I mean, people do care, but you're not gonna. It's not gonna throw anything off. Just go ahead and start it. Did I just order something on Amazon, or did you? Oh, I did. I got another IG. Yeah. You were watching an old vlog yesterday where I gave away an iPhone 5S since they only have 16 gigabytes in stock. Did I really? Did I give away? I don't even remember giving away an iPhone. I really don't. Oh, it was you, Liz? Good to know. That's who it was, Liz. Just shows you where my mind is today. I'm sitting here, like, saying, I need to get another one of these. I get one, and then 2 minutes later, who got something on Amazon? Cat sponges? Really? Cat sponges? Wait, are these sponges made of cats? Or to sponge cats? Like a SpongeBob? Let me just say, Jedi's been in school, and I'm not going to use it in quotes, I mean legitimate school, classes, for 2 days now, and we've been swimming the maze of the virtual classroom experience. It is a catastrophe. It is so disjointed. It is so sloppy. It is so messy. Like, I just hope we're able to see it through, because right now it's just it's an absolute nightmare. because you got one teacher doing it one way, another teacher doing it another way, a platform that does it this way, needs that are this, resources that are that. Like, one of the assignments, Google Classroom, right? Thought that'd be a great idea. Never used it before. The teacher sends out a PowerPoint for an assignment. To submit that assignment, you actually have to basically edit the PowerPoint to do, checkbox A, B, C, whatever. It is so messy. It is so messy. That's just one teacher. Not their problem. It's a massive immaturity in the software. So I'm glad that Diana found what she found, because it's at least provided some degree of direction, but what it's yielded is just a mess. Not that I think that a traditional school would be less messy. In fact, I would go as far as to say as the way that we're approaching it is has yielded the least amount of mess that I would expect. Because you get different progress reports, different tracking, different assignments. I mean, it's just, they need to standardize. They need to standardize. I don't care if one school is different from another, but just the way that you approach that education virtually needs to be standardized, because this is just, it's too sloppy. It's too scattershot. It's all over the map. So I've got a few things I'd like to say to the product manager. Just a few things. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on. I got an affiliate link. The scrub. Oh yeah, the scrub mommy. That's what I sent you, Liz, isn't it? You ordered it, and then I sent it up. Sorry, I sent it to you as a gift from something that I got. It's worse when teachers are using different programs, Zoom, WebEx, etc. Who's IFA? Who's? Can I just say who? Huh? I don't disagree, but I'm glad they're not using. I will say this: Microsoft Teams is a nightmare on every platform right now. Jedi's, the way it's working is it's using, and the reason why Teams is a nightmare is that they may use Teams for the broadcast, but they may use Google Classroom for the assignments. Or they may not use Google Classroom at all, but they'll use Zoom for the broadcasting. It's mind-numbingly sloppy. Oh my god. I only got used to Teams because I had to. It's just nowhere near a state where I could say, oh yeah, totally. So now that Microsoft is bundling Teams with Windows, I'm like, it's not like anyone wants it. People use Teams because they have to use Teams, not because anyone wants to use Teams. And that, honestly, I will say this: the onus is on Microsoft to correct that. Make Teams better. I want that. As someone who uses Teams, I want them. I beg them to do better. I'm a software guy through and through. That's never gonna change. So when I see just gaping holes in user experience, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. So yeah, a lot of things need work with Teams. But anyway, they're using Zoom. But the problem is their platform sends out an email every 3 hours. Sorry, every hour leading up to the class. So you get like 4 email reminders for one class by the time you wake up at 8 in the morning. Here's all the Zoom details. Great. So you got the email, it's fired. And then you get the Zoom information, which is disconnected from the platform. But you can also subscribe to a Google Calendar that has a generic link that sends you to the website that tells you that something is happening at a certain time and then pushes you to the Zoom link. It's just... it is a freaking comedy of errors. I mean, I'm so glad Jedi did not get caught up in the pandemic school problem, because, my God, it is still messy. So sloppy. Oh, my God, it is scattershot. I know, it's a big problem to solve, but the moment you mix this platform with this platform with this platform, like, that works when it's just you, but when you're a teacher educating students, And students that we're talking are not quite at the college level, maybe not even at the high school level. Like first graders, dude, the process breaks down. I do believe Jedi will get an ample education. I do believe she will learn as much in that environment as she would in a traditional environment. No doubt about that. I'm not slagging that. But the process by which she does that, dude, it is so messy. So messy. So yeah, we're homeschooling. And homeschooling just means you're not using a traditional public school or private school environment. It's a very private school. So we're homeschooling by way of classes that are broadcast with other students simultaneously. So it's homeschooling. We're doing it at home, and we're doing it by way of the internet. It's actually a pretty streamlined way of doing it, apart from the fact that a lot of the processes that you have to trudge through are mired in complexities. Like I mean, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for Diana and Jedi to navigate, because it's just like, oh my god, okay, use this to do this, use this to do that, we have to do this, you have to follow up with that. It's just it's so sloppy. It's so sloppy. It's just cobbled together. How anybody gets any work done anymore, I don't know. Time for you to set up your own school. No. You know what? I would be interested in contributing and aiding in product design, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna set up my own school. Mark H and NC won? Oh, what did he win? Mark, what did you win? Teams is the new MSN Messenger that was a part of XP. Rob Madden, that's kind of how I feel. It's like no one wants it. Filament! Oh, nice. The wood filament they were giving away? That's so cool, Mark. I don't want wood filament, because then I'd have to change my nozzle. And I'm like, I just don't want to change my nozzle. I'm good. This is fine. I don't need a new nozzle. The only thing I need to do is probably do the Prusa upgrade where I can put the spool of filament under the printer. I've threatened to have Joel come over here and help. Time to get a printer, Mark. Just like Iris. Iris Amelia won last night. And now she's got to get a printer. Damn it. You have all that trust me, you can't do much else with filament apart from print it. That's your only option at this stage. The only option. I mean, you could, I guess you could eat it. I would not recommend it. So let me go ahead and let everyone know that I have officially completed the Squid Game first season. I guess there's going to be a second season, and you can tell they were kind of setting it up. But it was good. I wouldn't have watched it had it not been for other people mentioning it in the social feed, so it was a bit of social pressure. Because I had to know. I'm like, okay, what are the memes? What does this mean? What does that mean? I need to know. Like, it's pressure. There's an immense amount of social pressure when enough of a certain type of content bubbles up in the feed. There are times that there's been a lot of pressure for watching something that I've ignored. But this one, it was just prolific. I'm like, okay, I already got Netflix. All right, I'll try it. It was worth it. You want some Dalgona? I don't know what Dalgona candy is, but sure. Is that the one? I don't want to spoil it. Is that the only candy, I guess, that was used in Squid Game? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You decided you'd read the synopsis. Ah, fair enough. The thing they had to poke. Yes. Yes, Liz. That. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd actually try to do it in a stream. I'd probably, could I do it? Could I pull it off like they did? It's a good series. It was a little gory for me. Question is, dubbed or subbed? I had subs and dubs simultaneously. It was a disconnect because the dubs were different from the subs, but ultimately I went with the dub. I eliminated the sub and went with the dub. I think, maybe second season, I would go with the sub instead of the dub, because honestly, the voice acting was just a disconnect. It was like this, the voice acting was very cheesy in spots, like very cheesy. incredibly cheesy. And I think I would have gotten a lot more out of it with... Very emotive. The actors were very emotive. But I think I would have gotten more out of it with subs. So I think next time I'll do subs. I agree, Chris. Or Liz, a printer giveaway for people that have no printer. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I don't know how you do that, though. Because you can't really prove it. Prove it. Do it. I wasn't thinking, since I'm so far ahead, tomorrow morning I'm streaming live on YouTube, by the way. If you want to, let's see here, give me a second. Let me open up the YouTube community link to make sure y'all get the link. Here is the TLDR you already caught. This is the live link for tomorrow. If you want to be, if you're up 9 a.m. Pacific, I'll be eating some fun cereal, having cartoons on in the background. You won't be able to see the cartoons necessarily. You know, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to have. I can't do it because I use this Windows machine. It'd be cool to have like cartoons blurred out in the background. That'd be a total blast. Anyway, that's happening tomorrow morning at 6. No, not 6 a.m. Sorry, my God, I would not be up at 6 a.m. for that. Not voluntarily. At 9 a.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. I was also brainstorming, like, you know, I wonder what it would take to drive up. I mean, we got an amazing community here on Twitch. This, as far as I'm concerned, is where the community lives, where it exists, like the old days of live.perillo.com. But I kind of wonder, like, if I could challenge the YouTube audience. Like, I will switch to an iPhone for a week. Oh, Fix'em Dude won! Nice! He deserves the filament. Yay, Fix'em Dude. I'm wondering if I could, like, say, for if we get 100 people who sign up as YouTube members, I would switch to an iPhone for a week. I don't think I could do a month. A month would be a bit much. So I'm opening this droid with a Mandalorian-style rifle. But I thought, you know, maybe that would be an interesting way of driving up YouTube members. If we get to 100 subs on YouTube, not subs, sorry. 100 members on YouTube. I just love droid figures. Oh no. Is that... No, it was styled that way. I'm like, the antenna looked like it was stressed, but it's not stressed. That's just the antenna. My God, I was getting worried there for a second. Can I articulate at the elbow? Can I? I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. Is that... It's hard to see sometimes. Yeah, okay, I can. I just don't want to, like, break the figure. My God. How many to dye your hair blonde? 500 subs, or 500, 500 on, 500 members on YouTube, I'd do it, I'd go blonde. Or 1,000 subs on Twitch. Now, mind you, we're just under 500 subs on Twitch. 1,000 subs on Twitch, and or 500 members on YouTube would get me to go blonde. Because I've done it before. That's not too much of a stretch. Speaking of stretch, getting this to work is going to be a bit of a stretch. I saw something in my feed today. There's going to be, you know, those Grogu figurines that they've released, the series. There's going to be holiday-themed Grogu figurines that are going to be released, which is kind of exciting. I love the fact that they do those holiday things. Wish they had, like, Halloween ones. Dude, getting this... What's the trick here? Ah! Seriously? Yeah, I don't... Here's why. I don't think we're going to reach 1,000 subs on Twitch anytime soon. And I also don't think we're going to reach 500 members on YouTube, because we never did. We never made 500 members. We were lucky to tap it. We got as high as 200, maybe. So here we go. Got another Star Wars figure. You know it's a good day when you open a Star Wars figure. That's how you know. Yeah. 2 droids, too, dude. 2 droids. Too cool for 2 droids. 2 droids. It's a good day. It's a really good day when you get 2 droids. Different series. Vintage Collection and Black Series. Still. Oh, my God. I cannot get enough of this. There will never come a day. Diana's worried at times. She's like, what happens if you just stop being interested in Star Wars? I don't think it's gonna happen, dude. Really don't. It's just not. I can't, as much as I would want, you know, that kind of change to happen, you know, because your life is always adapting. It's never gonna happen. I'm always gonna be thrilled with the Star Wars figure. But miracles do happen, yes, but that would not be a miracle. It would be just the opposite. And if you're talking about the memberships, YouTube memberships, yeah, you may have to remind me tomorrow morning if I forget. So if we reach 100 YouTube members, then because I doubt that's going to happen, then I will switch to an iPhone for a week and document it every step of the way. Should I say if or when? When we reach 100 YouTube members, I'll say that. Have I done an update on Star Wars figurines lately? Derpington, not necessarily. I get them all the time. They're usually posted to Discord thanks to people like Kurt Grosser and Pez Liz, Fix'em Dude, our wonderful mods. Very, very grateful for the help that they provide. I honestly, it makes it a lot easier to do the things that I do. Having support from the community, having support from mods. I have not done any comprehensive update. I did a New Year's home office tour, and between last year and this year, honestly, I don't think the play shop's really evolved that much. I mean, apart from exploded and 3D printed stuff. You always forget about Discords? Oh yeah, it's right there. Discord, what's not to like? The only other thing that I had, and I want to make sure I've got a duplicate. I want to get all the Rogue One figures. I don't know if I've got a duplicate or an extra K2SO coming, but this box did not turn out well at all. But I'd like to have an extra K2SO Black Series. This is a new one. I guess this one's got different painted eyes. I saw a K2SO figure in thrifting the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll grab it. And then the line was too long. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to wait in line for this. No way in hell. No way. D. Randolph, 1976, another fantastic supporter of the 3D printing community and community at large. Okay, so I can give you a shout out. Filament. You know, Loyal's giveaway stuff has got me, it's got my wheels turning. And I remember doing the printed solid filament giveaway a while ago. And it's good for people who are into 3D printing, but I've never really doubled down or double clicked on the idea of building just a 3D printing community. My approach is always more broad, you know, or by comparison versus like a very, very specific niche, which is probably my problem. But this is one of the reasons I love Twitch, is that I can sit here and talk about, you know, the Star Wars figures or 3D printing or boxed wine or, I don't know, pickups or, you know, whatever it happens to be. Like Darth Vader scissors. Put those away. It's always the same 20 people who win anyways. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's why I'm a little more conservative as far as giveaways go. Though I know they get attention. Oh my god, do they get attention. Hey Darian, you caught me online again? Well, like, you can catch me online every night. You know where I am. You know when I am. That's not a mystery. Every night, 6 p.m., Twitch. And I'm working into the routine on Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. on YouTube. So you get 2 live streams tomorrow. The YouTube channels, of course, there are 2 of them. Well, there's more than 2. I've got an archive of the live videos. That still, I logged in today because I needed to grab something. And 3 people liked the video. And like, 3 more people than I thought were watching of the archive of the live streams. But yeah, I got the advice channel. That's largely populated by the inspirational, motivational shorts. Though YouTube's still kind of farting around with how they manage shorts. And then the Prime YouTube channel, which for all intents and purposes is tech. As much as I wanted it to be me, YouTube just doesn't work that way. Now, if you came to me with a bunch of schools and some sort of competition to give them filament, you know, D. Randolph, I was talking about that earlier this evening. So David, Diana and I, we homeschool, and now I can say we are homeschooling. And but by homeschooling, I mean it's almost like a hybrid model. We're using a platform or using a service that has teachers and accreditation and all that, and we're doing it at home, and we're doing school at home, all virtual. So it's homeschool, virtual homeschooling, but we're using teachers who are using their skills to teach Jedi remotely. And you know, I've been trying to figure out how do I work into... Liz won? Oh my god. Everyone's winning except for me. More power to you. So I wonder, D. Randolph, would you do something with a virtual thing? I mean, they're not really... I mean, it's not really... I mean, they are schools, but they're more teachers. The schools are more distributed. And it's a mess. The software is an absolute catastrophe. You're re-rolling? Yeah. I was like, what do you get? Like, that's the thing, is like, if I won filament, I don't know if that would be enough to get me to get a printer. I'll be honest. The only printer I would want right now, I mean, resin would be pretty cool, but again, it's messy. The Prusa Mini is a gem. So Brian, whoever won, the guy named Brian, a man called Brian. Just a man called Brian, and he grew, grew, and grew. He grew, and grew. He grew up to be... No one? Anyone? Anyone? Does anyone get the reference, or is it just me? Just me? You need to save money for a printer? You do. You need to save your pennies. Green and orange. Oh, thank you, Joshua. Totally missed that. Fix him, dude? Really? That surprises me. Oh, what do I have? Green and orange. Green and... There you go. Green and orange. The life of Brian. He grew. He grew and grew. You do not have pennies in Canada. Sorry, you loony. Hamilton is coming to a theater near me next week. I'm seriously thinking about going even with the pandemic. Dude, I'd do it. I would see Hamilton in person. I enjoyed it on Disney+. That's the way I experienced it, because that's the way I figured I would experience anything over the past few years. It's a good musical. If you have not experienced Hamilton, at least in any way, it'd be a good show. It's good. Tunes are catchy. Lin-Manuel Miranda's got my respect. Not like he needed to earn it, but like there are a few I feel a few franchises that could use a Lin-Manuel Miranda. You're a musical fanboy? I am as well. Not like through and through. West Side Story, Les Mis, trying to like there's so many others that I've also enjoyed. The Greatest Showman, I know some people poo-poo it, but I enjoyed it. Cats, I absolutely hated. I loathed. Phantom of the Opera, I thought was a snooze fest. Yeah, I mean, Rent. I saw Rent. It didn't catch me. Avenue Q, I got a kick out of from what I saw, but I never saw the entirety of Avenue Q. Fiddler on the Roof, yes, classic. I also enjoy Fiddler on the Roof. I enjoy Fiddler. One of your majors in college was theater. It wasn't a major of mine. It was a minor for a semester, and I'm like, yeah, it's too much. You saw Rent 8 times? Holy cow, dude. The only musical I've ever seen on Broadway was Spam-A-Lot. That was the only musical. In New York, on Broadway. So I'm happy. And I think like, the characters, Arthur was played by the guy who played Worf's father in TNG. I think. It wasn't Tim Curry. But David Hyde Pierce, I want to say, was on stage. He was a character. So I guess I saw him live. This is before I really got into Frasier. I didn't get into Frasier until years after, when it was like on a rerun. Book of Mormon twice. Nice. Never saw Book of Mormon. Lion King, never saw. Didn't see it. See, I can't consider myself an enthusiast, but I enjoy them. I think I only saw one production of Les Mis, definitely far off Broadway. Saw Wicked, far off Broadway. Now, I from what I can tell, Book of Mormon would be something I would probably enjoy. As like Avenue Q, it's like my sense of humor. Lion King, I don't know. I've seen so many musicals, though. I'm trying to think of like what ones that I've seen that I've really enjoyed. If you mentioned it, I'd be like, oh yeah. Nothing's jumping out at me. I'd like to see Spielberg's adaptation of West Side Story, because I'd like to see if Jedi might enjoy it. I've shown her bits and pieces of the classic West Side Story film, which I think still stands the test of time. It's dated in parts in terms of filmmaking, but as far as like a cinematic experience, I think it was great. Tommy, I watched because I felt I needed to. Tommy may play better in theater, but I watched Tommy like the movie, the adaptation. Wasn't my jam. Good music, tended to be a bit repetitive. Godspell I haven't seen in years, but it did not make an impression. You have a friend that's a Broadway actress. Oh, nice. That's cool. You love the work that went into filming Hamilton and some other productions to show people theater at home. I'm glad they did Hamilton like that, because I don't know if I had been able to see it otherwise. So I'm very glad. Oh, yes, Jesus Christ Superstar. Yes. That is also a solid one. I love that one. The forget the lyrics. I mean, just the melodies that were laid down in Jesus Christ were just fantastic. Like, just wonderful licks. Like, just, oh. Saw Blue Man Group once and was wondering, like, huh? Why? Hair was good. I enjoyed the music in Hair as well. It's the music that I think hooks me most in musicals, not so much the story. The story's secondary. It's the music. It's the style of the music that usually hooks me. More than any, like, something that's memorable. Something that becomes like an earworm. That's why I'm like, like, a lot of people don't like The Greatest Showman. And I'm like, there was something about it. After the first viewing, I'm like, this is really good. I like this. That's a good one. If you've not seen The Greatest Showman, don't write it off. There's not a theater adaptation of it at this point that I know of. But it's absolutely worth it. You did a few seasons of opera? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That was the one with Wolverine. It was. And Hugh Jackman is an amazing singer. Hugh Jackman is just, like, one of the greatest actors of our time. Like, he's just absolutely fantastic. I've loved darn near everything I've seen Hugh in. Everything. Can't say that about a lot of actors. What other musicals that jump out? Like, every so often, like, I'll be just doing whatever, and then it'll pop into my head, like, oh, yeah, remember that musical? Opera's hard for you? Yeah, it's difficult for me, too. I totally understand why some people might like it, but, like, Today, in the car, I was listening to, Cuphead. Because I beat the game last year, 2 years ago? I beat Cuphead? Hang on. I don't think anybody ever saw me beat Cuphead. Well, like, I streamed it on Twitch. This is, like, before this past year, but hang on. Let me see if I can find the link. I beat Cuphead. See if I can find... I don't think it even ranks. Yeah, it doesn't even rank on Google. Because so many people have done it, but... Yeah, it doesn't even rank. Give me a second. Chris Perillo. I finally beat Cuphead. There we go. Yeah, not even 1,000 people have watched me beating Cuphead. But anyway, great music. You know, a jazz style music. Visually compelling game. Easily one of the best games I have played in recent years. Cuphead. Incredibly difficult to beat, but I did it. I've debated. I'm like, do I play Cuphead again? I'm like, no, it was too much of a nightmare. But I'll wait until Cuphead 2, a sequel, because you know one's coming, to play it again. What about magic shows? I've enjoyed them. Rocky Horror, yes. Good musical. Very enjoyable musical. More like what would you call it? A rock opera? Yeah, it's a musical. That counts. Beetlejuice, a musical. Never heard of it. Never saw it. Have I experienced spatial audio on the AirPods Pro or Max? Thoughts? I have not. I don't have one. I don't have AirPods Pro or Max. I have neither. I'm more Android than iOS. Mac OS, less Windows. So I don't know if I'd spend the money. Maybe one day I'll find like a hardware sponsor, but like at this point I'm like, not on my radar. Plus I have a problem with buds in my ear. If anything, I use like hang on just a second. I have these headphones over here. These headphones are how I hear the music. Where's the music? Shouldn't there be music? There's no Where's the music? I was told there was... Oh, it's because we're in between tracks. I was like, where's the music? But I don't stream with the headphones on, right? So I have them sitting to the side so I can hear sound effects or any other kind of cues. And that's usually where they sit. I don't wear headphones a lot. La La Land was pretty good. I enjoyed that, Rob. I did enjoy La La Land. Saw a regional production of Army of Darkness. Wow. Was the boomstick in it? Thank you, Chad, the alpha male, for following here. Welcome. And also, thank you for shooting a hole at the top of my wine box. That shout out goes to Liz. You really enjoyed it. Own the music from the Euro production on cassette. Cassette. Wow. You put them on at the right time. Apparently, derp. You scared the cat? Well, you scared me. I'm glad I wasn't wearing the headphones when you did it, because otherwise I would have... The AirPods Max aren't earbuds, but I understand they're not really needed if you're not into iOS. I'm definitely not into iOS. Like, I would use something like that if it was not, connected to, an iOS kind of device. An iOS device. Although I will say that Jedi is using her iPad. The iPad Pro is basically her primary computer, certainly for school and also for entertainment. So I'm glad I feel better having spent the money on something that she's using, right? As opposed to something that you spend money on that you're not using. I'm a big believer in that, especially with technology. I don't just like buying technology and just having it lay around, or I'll turn around and try to sell it because I just don't want to hold on to it. There's no point. One Night in Bangkok was one of the only musical numbers ever to reach the top 100. I didn't even know that was from a musical. The Gaming Skulls asked, do you listen to the Dr. Demento show on the radio? When it was on the radio? Years. It's been years. And honestly, when I knew of Dr. Demento, the signal for the show was so bad, it was not even worth tuning into. Which was sad. It was depressing. Because Dr. Demento would have been fun to tune into. The internet kind of destroyed a lot of that kind of stuff. Chris, all it took was a little jank and the departure of Scott Forstall for you to leave iOS. Pretty much, Rojaz. I'm not joking. Software did it for me. But that's not anything new. I mean, if you rewind the clock, if you look back at my old videos, I might have talked about devices and gadgets and and all that. But, you know, a lot of the videos that people remember me from were me breaking up with Windows, or me talking about the catastrophe that was Windows 8 UX, or, you know, Mac OS. You know, a lot of it was related to software, not hardware at all. Used to have one of your Dr. Demento cassettes. I have a Dr. Demento CD. I didn't get into Dr. Demento because I didn't know he existed until I was into CDs. Hey, Stay Alive 7. Good to see you again. Don't even iPads either. They're my favorite Apple devices besides the Mac. I've gone over this. I did a couple of... Here, check out TLDR. There are a couple of recent videos on the iPad. I switched recently from the iPad to a Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. And very happy with that move. Despite it not being perfect, it fits my needs better than the iPad. I enjoy the S7 Plus more so than I did the iPad. So, that's the thing. I taught you how to be a man? Well, there you go. Glad to help you become the person that you were destined to be. Shocks me, though, because I'm literally... Like, if you think masculine... If you look up the word masculine in the dictionary and then antonym, there would just be a picture of me. Masculinity. Antonym. Here, this guy. We could catch Dr. Demento in Southern Illinois if the weather was just right on a Friday night. That's what I'm saying. It was just... The getting it was a problem. And this is eons before podcasting was a thing. So it just wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. Am I using a Samsung phone over an iPhone currently? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because I could say, why not both? I'm using an iPhone here that makes my daughter's face look like it was a pumpkin. And the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra as a daily driver. So I do use both. Here, as a reference to that, let me go ahead and show you. Let me copy and paste this link to the clipboard. The iPhone tends to make everybody look orange. You're jaundiced. If you use the iPhone, you got jaundice. There's the link. There's the tweet. It just made Jedi's face look like it was like a pumpkin. So yeah, I'm using Samsung right now. Going to be getting the Pixel 6 Pro when it's released. Very, very happy to do that. Intend on switching to it. Cannot wait for the camera. Very excited for that. But I'm also very much looking forward to the next OnePlus. And very much looking forward to the next Samsung Galaxy. So, and looking forward to the next Galaxy Tab. So I'm like, I feel like, you know, being in between things is actually kind of exciting, but for a different reason. You remember when I had an interview with Gary? Yes, eons ago. That live video was, hang on, let me see if I can find it. YouTube.com, Gary V. Chris Perillo. Really? Of course, the only thing that are dominating are the shorts of Gary V. Come on. Okay, maybe he was before he was known as Gary V. Vaynerchuk. Chris Perillo. There we go. Shut up, Chris. Here we go. There's your Gary V video of the day. The next Galaxy Note should be killer. I'm not a Note guy. An Ultra, I'd be fine with an Ultra. With or without S Pen support. I don't care. I don't use... let me put it this way. I've got a... I've got an S Pen here that goes with the Samsung Galaxy Tab. And I just don't use it. Oh, sorry. I'm interrupting the PIP. Is it going to, attach again? Come on. Jedi uses it because she likes sketching in the app. And I let her because I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to buy an Apple Pencil. I'm not going to spend the money on something that might or might not get used. I just assume let her use the S Pen on the Ultra. Come on, Chris. Oh, come on. Really? This is the thing they need to work on, is just getting it to clasp in properly. Jesus. You're about to get the S7S Plus as soon as I get my gift card from Hot Mix. Did you win a gift card? Are you going with the 7S Plus or the Tab S7 Plus? Really, Fix 'em, dude. Nice. Make sure you get Good Lock. Good Lock works very well on this. I find myself using, despite its shortcomings, I use one mode over the other. Oh, Succession is coming back on Sunday. I didn't know that. Despite the sloppiness that is in Dex mode, there's some sloppiness that I don't like. I find myself using Dex mode more frequently because I appreciate the windowed applications. You need to borrow Margaret's Apple Pencil. I would like to get an Apple Pencil Gen 2 because Jedi's got the iPad Pro. But right now it's like it doesn't make any sense. I can't justify that extra cost. We already had the iPad that of course we passed on, but or I passed down. That said, when the next Galaxy comes along, next Galaxy Tab comes along, this Galaxy Tab that I'm using for the NDI camera here for the print, this device is going to pass on to Jedi. Nice, you won a $50 card. I'm glad. I'm glad to know someone who won something as opposed to random people winning. Give me a second. Why did I get a vintage collection announcement? Oh. Antok Merrick's X-Wing fighters in stock on Target. Oh, damn it. Now it's out of stock. Great. Lol, mouse pad on the back of the computer. Liz is just she's trolling me on my old YouTube videos. You're so funny, Liz. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's right. I did before I got the sticker in the case. I just basically duct taped a mouse pad to the back of the computer. I was so jank. I'm still jank. I honestly. Thank you, Liz, for taking pictures and uploading to Discord. This ghost is coming out pretty well. I already know I'm going to print more ghosts tomorrow, and I know which ghosts I'm going to print. I found them tonight. I'm like, what can I do? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's an idea. So I'm going to be printing some more ghosts tomorrow. 4 ghosts, not just more. 4 ghosts tomorrow. That white has been printing really well. Which one is it? Which filament? This is Prusa. Prusa the Prusament on this device has been beyond spectacular. I'm so impressed with Prusament. Like, I would have no problem buying more Prusament. Winky, Inky, Blinky, and Nod. It's close. Inky, Blinky, Clyde, or Inky, Blinky, Winky, and Clyde, and Sue. Yes, I found a model of the Pac-Man ghosts. No, the Prusament is. This is at 0.2, and it looks like it's at a 0.1. The Prusament is absolutely freaking spectacular. Like, it's beyond spectacular. Like, on this device is just like. I mean, I've had a lot of luck with Filament 1, with Atomic, with David's Printed Solid, Jesse PLA. But I gotta tell you, Prusament has been. I've yet to have a problem with it. If anything, I like Jesse PLA because the Jesse PLA has allowed me for a greater degree of flexibility with the. Do I need to print? I won't worry about it. It's allowed me a greater degree of flexibility with the figures, so I like Jesse PLA for that. But because the Prusament that I print, I need to put that right there. The Prusament for the first Darth Vader figure that I printed was it was really It was loosey-goosey, but it's hard. Like, it prints very, very firm. So, I needed to put the Darth Vader up there. You need to break out my Prusament you won from DeWitt 3D. The Prusament's good. The Prusament's really good. Like, really, really, really good. I'm impressed. On the Prusa, at least, it's good. You recently been looking into getting involved in 3D printing after some research. I want to go FDM, trying to figure out what brand to go with. Brand for filament, there's so many good ones. I would boil it down to the kind of color that you might want. Of course, filament. There's a link to Jesse PLA from Printed Solid. He's been a great supporter of the community. A lot of colors. I mean, you pick whatever you want. I've got no bias because I've used a variety of filament, and it kind of depends on what you want to print. Kind of depends on what kind of color you want in the print. Yanzi asks, am I still using the Tab S7 Plus over the iPad Pro? I'll be getting one of them during this holiday season. So that's funny. We just talked. We were literally just talking about that. Just talking about it. So yes, I am using the S7 Plus. As a matter of fact, I'm using it. I use it every day. I use it every night. You can see the PIP is powered. The camera is specifically powered by the S7 Plus. I think what I appreciate most about the S7 Plus is the fluidity of the interface at 120 FPS when you don't have something like the camera operating, because then it caps everything at 60 FPS, which is a little disappointing. But it works, and that's the thing that's nice, is it works very, very well. Stay alive, no problem. Always full of advice. Happy to share it with you every night, 6 p.m. Pacific. And then, of course, tomorrow I'll be streaming live on YouTube as well. You get 2 live streams from me tomorrow. One on YouTube in the morning, one in the evening on Twitch. It's true. It's true. Can't get enough of me. The internet just can't get enough. I'm like, I'm gonna break the internet. No, I don't have that kind of backside to break the internet. Should have been here earlier to hear the conversation. Yes. Indeed. Yeah, I've been happy with the S7 Plus. I can't say that I don't feel any buyer's remorse with the S7 Plus. I have felt buyer's remorse with the iPad. Despite using it, the software experience on the iPad is a very distant second. Despite the speed and the screen and all that, I'm happy that Jedi's able to use it. I'm glad that, I'm not throwing money away, and we found a place for it to work here. It's a distant second to a tablet experience on a Samsung tablet, despite the Samsunginess on top of Android. So I expect, further improvements with Samsung tablets coming down the pike. We've got, Android 12 right around the corner, assumedly a new hardware cycle. It's been a while since we've seen any kind of refresh, but I will say this. I will absolutely be upgrading to the next Samsung tablet. Absolutely. I don't know, given that I would intend on passing on this Samsung device to Jedi to use in her homeschool, I don't know what I would do at that point, because it would be coming up in the next few months, 2022. I don't know what I would do with the iPad, because it's like it would just be an extraneous device. I don't know. Or maybe the Samsung device becomes just a dedicated, here, this is the school tablet versus the other tablet, so that way you don't have to worry so much about charging. I don't like holding on to a lot of extraneous devices. I'm not a fan. Would I sell the iPad Pro? Yeah, I would. I didn't really sell it. I gave it to Liz because she's been very helpful with some of the things that I'd been doing on YouTube and beyond. Very supportive. Even when I wasn't doing content, really. Did you have an 11-inch or 12.9-inch? I had an 11-inch. 12.9 was too big, and I don't mean that the screen was too big. The software just did not accommodate that screen size very well. The software is what drove me away from the iPad. Not the hardware. It was the software. If the 11, do you like the size of the S7 Plus? Yeah, I like landscape. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. I like the 16 by 9-ish aspect ratio over the 4 by 3-ish aspect ratio. It doesn't bother me. Would I want a tablet that was taller rather than wider? It depends. Like right now, I've got 2 apps side by side. You can't easily do that with another type of tablet. I wouldn't mind a slightly bigger version of the S7 Plus at the same aspect ratio. You love the gunmetal filament? I'm not printing anything in gunmetal right now. Here's one item that I printed in gunmetal gray. My kyber crystal holder. And it looks like I need to print kyber crystals in this color too. Although I've got like a pure white. Should print some more in that. Did my brother try to draw on it? He did not fix him, dude. Well, maybe he did briefly, but... Thank you for slapping the sticker. Helping me out of a jam. I don't think Adam used... He may have done it briefly, and I think just using the stylus on the Samsung spurred him to get the Apple Pencil for his iPad. But it's very, very fluid.
Stay alive _ 7 cheered X 400.
Thank you, Stay Alive. Appreciate the support. Always appreciate the cheers at any time. Anytime. Never seen this. What? LOL. What? Oh, you never saw the freeze frame? That's because it was a channel redemption. Sorry, channel points redemption. And hey, Amish Ace, good to see ya. Thank you for the shout out there, Fix 'em Dude. Fix 'em Dude. So my feeling is Adam would be better off with a higher refresh rate, but he's like he can't justify the extra cost. I will be selling my iPad. I'm sorry, not iPad. My MacBook
cheered X
Pro.
100. You smell funny, but Palpatine smells funnier, and he is more funny.
Well, I don't agree. I disagree entirely. I smell funnier than Palpatine, in my humble opinion. Hey Hollywood, did you miss all the giveaways over on Loyal Stream, or is that because I was like pushing people there earlier. He was giving away a ton of things. Hollywood, you need to make sure you're paying attention. I think you are. Over on Loyal Stream. Is my iPad the 12.9 or 11? Oh, I went 11 years ago. Jedi's now using it with the screen protector as her primary computer. I'm not looking to sell it immediately, but it may likely happen at some point over the next year. Yeah, but I'm looking to sell... Well, I was looking to sell possibly a MacBook Pro that I have, and potentially a second one. I don't know how that's going to go. But I've got a very old, like, decrepit MacBook Pro that I'm hoping to get trade-in value, even, like, a couple $100. It's old. It's the one I used to use years ago and for the live stream, and it's old. But I've been looking to upgrade my MacBook Pro, to a newer MacBook Pro SKU. And my brother is going to be buying my current MacBook Pro. I'm hoping that I'll be able to trade in or get some trade-in value on my way old MacBook Pro on a new MacBook Pro to further save costs. So I'm trying to spec out as high as I can, minimize the amount of hardware, eliminate old hardware. I mean, I'm big into that. I'm big into optimizing. I would rather have one thing that works well rather than 3 things that are just laying around, you know? You may still buy a MacBook Pro? Ooh, boy. Well, Adam he's already said that he's going to buy the MacBook Pro that I have now. So Adam is set. Adam says yes. I'm like, great. He's going to get one hell of an upgrade because I think his MacBook Pro is older than mine. What year the MacBook Pros? The one that I'm hoping to get trade in on. 2014. 7 years old. The iPad does a lot. It probably does. It probably does more than you might need. It does more than the average person needs. That's for sure. Oh, you mean one on your own? Fair enough. But you may be better off with like a MacBook Air too. And in terms of working the MacBook Pro into my workflow, I'm very glad I went with the one that I did, because I was debating. I was vacillating between a MacBook Pro or a Mac Mini, and I wasn't sure which way I was going to go. I'm like, well, I'm going to be largely here, but the nice thing about the MacBook Pro is that I always have a screen in front of me, but it powers screens over there. So I have the ability to power multiple screens without necessarily having to need another screen here, so it minimized the reliance on hardware. Is it pre-Retina? No, it is not. Never thought you'd love the keyboard, but it's awesome. Yeah, it was a good keyboard. The iPad keyboards I was always really happy with. There's some quirks in iOS 12 right now that... Oh, sorry, 12. 15? 15? Yeah. That I wasn't happy with, but it is what it is. Tis a good one. Tis. Since it is a Friday night, and I know other fantastic people are streaming. Let's see, is Big Jano still streaming? I would love to raid Big Jano if he's still streaming. Is he? He is! Oh, did he get raided by, Yeah, he got raided by Loyal, so we need to cap that off. Everybody's over there, so we're going to push off to Big Jano. I'll be back again tomorrow at 6 p.m. with a completed ghost and printing more ghosts. So feel free to join me back then, doing more tech talk and other fun things. I'll be live tomorrow morning here, so set your notification, set your reminder. That'll be on YouTube in the morning. Yeah, I caught Ryan earlier. I jumped into his cutting stream earlier. It was really cool. I did the dog one recently. He's doing a rupee, or was doing a rupee before, and that looked really nice. A blue rupee from Zelda. Anyway, we're gonna go raid Big Jano. I don't raid him all that often, but when I have a chance to, I like raiding Jano. Big Jano. Big. I jumped in at the start of the stream, so it's kind of nice to be able to cap it off with a raid. So I'll be back again tomorrow night. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the force be with you. Always. All right, let's go ahead and set up that raid to Big Jano. Big Jano. Hopefully no one's ready to raid me. Oh, he's doing his pumpkin. He got further with his pumpkin. Nice. He was talking about it. I had an idea of like these ghosts, but with replaceable, like a ghost with replaceable faces. That's my next mission, is to find a ghost with replaceable faces. Because then you can do like a Stormtrooper face, a Darth Vader face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll save that for a future broadcast. Here we go. Tuscan rating Big Jano in 3, 2, 1. There we go. You lay down right there. Now let's make him happy. Oh, wait, I forgot the Perla Raider. Dang it, I keep forgetting that. It was a good night. He's having a good night.